in our team. So again, we win as a team, lose as a team. You can group him in with everybody else, just weren't as good as we needed to be.
Not the outcome we were hoping for back here at home. Thanks for joining us at 8 a.m. on Local 3. I'm Nicole Brady.
And I'm Brian Sanders, coming to you live from the Tampa Riverwalk, which if the Hillsborough River looks familiar, that's where Tom Brady threw the Lombardi Trophy from boat to boat after the Bucs Super Bowl win. This was their victory parade for the football team. You know, the Avs are now hoping to hoist the Stanley Cup back on home ice. It was a tough loss last night, but if they can win in Game 4 and come back, then they can win it all on Friday back at Ball Arena. Meanwhile, here the sun is shining. It is very humid. I might jump in the river later because I'm sweating it out. Lisa, you're enjoying the nice, dry, cool start to the day at Red Rocks.
Yeah, that's what Tampa cannot beat, our weather. It is beautiful out here. You're right, gorgeous morning. You know, we were live with Ginger Z, GMA's chief meteorologist, all morning long. It's such a blast, and I'm glad that we got to showcase this. I mean, this is one of the most obviously iconic scenes here in Denver, and what a beautiful morning for it on the first day of summer. Take a look outside. I want to show you the vantage point from City Park looking west. It's nice to not see the haze in the sky. We had so much of that smoke filtering up last week. Today is going to be a cooler, non-hazy day. We're looking at upper 50s to even a few low 60s right now. It should be in the upper 60s by about 10 o'clock. We'll hit highs right around 80, 82 degrees this afternoon, so a little cooler today. 60s and 70s in the mountains this afternoon. Look statewide. Parts of southeastern Colorado, La Junta, Lamar, Springfield were really hot earlier this week. Now we're looking at some cooler conditions. We'll have more on your Super 7 day. Obviously, the next watch party tomorrow here in Denver. I'll have that full forecast coming up.
Over there around Red Rocks, C470, no issues for us. The heaviest traffic, I-25, not only up and on the north side, we'll get to that drive time in just a second, but the southbound side from right around Broadway, Santa Fe, heading here all the way past Logan Street and Franklin and University and getting on down to about Yale and Hampton, where it really starts to ease up a little bit for you. It's heavy stop and go traffic. Take a look at the drive times up north, where we're still looking at about a half an hour with all this heavy stop and go traffic. Earlier crash near 104th, all cleared off and still busy on Highway 36 through Broomfield and Superior right now. It looks like just a lot of volume right now about anywhere you want to go, including the lowered section of I-70, where we continue to do that construction out there. 6th Avenue was busy, and look at this, half an hour in or out of the Denver Tech Center. Take a look at the Causeway right now. Well, it's not the Causeway. This is actually the Howard Frankland Bridge. There you go. Heading into Tampa. Traffic's actually easing up pretty nicely for the rush hour there in Tampa right now.
I was always wondering where that was, where Tom Brady threw that trophy around.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Brian Sanders in Tampa this morning. Brian, I got to ask you, what are you going to do today in town? I mean, you know, you've got the Lightning fans heckling you in your Avs shirt there.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you feeling today?
Well, I'm still wearing my Avalanche shirt loud and proud here. Let's be honest, the Avalanche are still leading the series 2-1, but yeah. Not a bad city to explore here with the water and the boats, and it is a little humid for my Colorado taste, but that's okay. The Avs, meanwhile, they're trying to regroup on the ice. They have practice here at 1:30, 11:30 Mountain Time, and we will hear from them. But you knew that the Lightning were going to strike back. Let's be honest, they are the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champion after all. Back on their home ice, Lightning fans are re-energized here along the Riverwalk. The Avs actually started strong in Game 3. They got the first goal. They had another goal negated by an offside call, and they had some penalties that were a little bit costly. The Bolts struck back with 3 goals. In fact, Darcy Kemper, the Avs goalie, was pulled after the Lightning's 5th goal, replaced by Pavel Francouz.
One of the big things is I thought, not that we didn't compete, because I liked some of our compete tonight, some of the things we did, but I think we had an advantage when it came to the competitive spirit in Game 1 and Game 2, and tonight they had it. They played with a little bit more desperation.
So now it's the Avs' turn to counterpunch here. Coach Bednar will have to make a decision on the starting goalie for Game 4. We will hear from him later on about that decision. Well, despite the loss, the Avs fans are still staying optimistic. They still have the series lead 2-1. The watch party at Ball Arena last night was completely sold out. The first and second levels were packed with fans, and we caught up with a lifelong fan who says this is just a minor bump in the road for the team.
I think they fought, but obviously Tampa Bay came out and they pushed back after last game. But I think the Avs have matured a lot over the last couple of years, and this is the year that we bounce right back after a loss like that, and we're going to take a win at home.
Yeah, Cody, who you just saw there, was actually 5 years old when the Avs won it back in 2001. Certainly a great memory for him. And if there's any silver lining to the loss, it's that the Avs are guaranteed another game on home ice. That will be Friday, Game 5. And if they can pull out a win in Game 4, maybe they'll be lifting the Stanley Cup on Friday. Speaking of Friday at Game 5, we know that another passionate Avs fan will be with them in spirit on the ice. Interesting story here. Denver 7's Christian Lopez joins us because you talked to a man who spread his friend's ashes on the ice just as the Zamboni was driving by a couple months ago.
Yeah, Brian, this was his best friend and he loved the Avs, so he decided to spread his ashes on the ice because he said that's exactly where his friend would want to be. Ryan Clark's best friend Kyle passed away just before Christmas Eve of last year, and right after the funeral, his parents invited Ryan to a game here at Ball Arena, and he asked his parents if he could bring some of Kyle's ashes with them. And so right before the game, he and Kyle's stepdad got up close to the rink and they spread some of the ashes on the ice. An usher did see them though and came up to them right after, and Ryan was ultimately banned from all Avalanche events. He said before it all happened, he was prepared to go to jail that day if he had to.
You have no regrets. You would do it all over again.
Oh, I'd do it all over again with the biggest smile on my face like I did last time. Like, because I know in my heart that's where he wanted to be. Like, we weren't expecting to lose him in any way, shape, or form, and that happened so unexpectedly. And then when the opportunity presented itself, I couldn't turn it down. And so again, like I said, no regrets whatsoever.
He didn't face any charges or anything like that. He's not banned from all of the events here at Ball Arena, just all of the Avalanche events for the rest of the season. But Brian, as you just heard, he wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah, hey, hockey fans are passionate, and sometimes it'll make you do crazy things. But we have seen some Avs fans that have made the trek to Tampa. They've been walking around the arena getting autographs from some of the players, so that is great to see.
Yeah.
The following that they have, and of course, the spirit hasn't died back in Colorado for the big watch parties, Nicole.
Not at all, Brian. In fact, if you were hoping to watch Game 4 at Ball Arena's watch party tomorrow night, unfortunately, if you don't already have tickets, they're sold out for Game 4 tomorrow. You can, of course, still hold a watch party of your own and catch the game right here on Denver 7. Our team coverage will start at 4:30 in the morning tomorrow. Our pregame show is at 5:30 p.m. Puck drops at 6 p.m. again on Denver 7. Well, this morning, COVID shots are available to the youngest Americans, the final group to be eligible for the vaccine. The FDA and CDC both signed off on emergency use authorization for the vaccines for kids 6 months to 5 years old. The authorization is for both Moderna and Pfizer shots. CVS will start offering shots at some of its locations today. Some Walgreens will also have the shots, but children need to be at least 3 years old to get it there. A family already going through a difficult time has been dealt another blow, and they could really use your help right now. Christy and Casey Coons were visiting their son at St. Anthony Hospital in Lakewood when somebody stole Casey's work truck from the parking lot at a hospital. The family talked with Denver 7's Patrick Perez as they try to determine their next steps.
Literally don't think there's anything else that we could take.
It's been a life-altering week for Christy Coons and her husband Casey. Their 19-year-old son Cole was involved in a motorcycle crash last Saturday on his way to work. He's currently in serious condition in the ICU at St. Anthony Hospital in Lakewood, fighting for his life.
He's in a coma. They don't know if he's going to wake up.
The couple waits for news in a hotel an hour from their home in Loveland. Just a week after the crash, they were faced with their next challenge.
My sister-in-law was here at the time, and she said, "Who had the truck earlier today?" And we were confused by the statement, and She said, we watched it leave.
The two say someone stole Casey's 2009 Ford F-250 seen here from the hospital's parking lot. Casey believes he misplaced his keys and a heartless thief took advantage.
With all the chaos and the blur of everything, you know, our son's fighting for his life.
I should have double checked, but I didn't think.
The truck contained work tools and help haul a trailer for Casey's flooring company. They even plan to use it to lease a camper to save money while at the hospital.
Our souls are just crushed and there's like nothing left for us to do.
Lakewood police have not found the truck and don't know who may have it. Insurance, the couple says, will give them only half of the truck's value, about 15 grand.
You can't take that money that they're going to give you and go somewhere and buy a truck like that. There's no way.
Centura Health says it's reviewing all video footage. St. Anthony security teams also have increased awareness and patrols on the campus. For now, Christy and Casey have no choice but to walk back and forth from Holtz Auto Hospital and hope their son's condition improves and their truck is found. In Lakewood, Patrick Perez, Denver 7.
If you would like to help out the Coons family, just go to the Denver 7 Gives page on the denverchannel.com. Select the drop-down Coons family truck stolen from hospital to make a donation. In our next half hour, Colorado leads the nation when it comes to auto thefts. Which neighborhoods you're most likely to fall victim, and the lack of repercussions that some say are behind the problem. And the expected action by Governor Polis to ensure that we can keep the pools open as it heats up for summer.